Hello, and welcome to another update video on Solana. If you like the content and the analysis, then make sure you subscribe. Also, please give the video a like if you appreciate the content. That would help the channel a lot. Thanks so much. We're here on the 1 hour time frame, and we still see Solana performing quite well. We also see at the moment that Solana is performing more than or stronger than many other cryptocurrencies, especially higher and stronger than, for example, Bitcoin and Ethereum. I posted that on X a couple of days ago, a few times here. Oops, not that. Especially Solana outperforming Bitcoin still. So if you follow us here, then you get these messages. If you don't, feel free to do so. You get a lot of additional updates as well. Not as many as in our gold membership, but there are some additional updates, coin charts that we don't publish on YouTube. The link is in the description and in the comment section. But you see here that Solana compared to Bitcoin is showing some upside. Yeah. So for example, the Solana Bitcoin chart, I posted that on X, but I've been sharing it in recent weeks as well in our membership. It is a chart that allowed us to understand from which location the bulls could potentially outperform, the Solana bulls, could potentially outperform Bitcoin. And it was this area here. Price formed the local low there in June, July, several times, couple of attempts here. You see here at around 0.00124, that was the 50% retracement. That's exactly where we saw a reaction. And indeed, we could now be working on that fifth wave there to the upside. In a more optimistic perspective, it might even be the orange scenario in a more extended diagonal pattern, which could, potentially take the Solana Solana Bitcoin ratio. Much higher. So that's definitely something very, very interesting to observe. By the way, Solana, Ethereum look similar. I also posted that on X. Feel free to check it out if you're interested. Again, the links are in the description. Now here, you guys are mostly here for Solana USD. And just wanted to, sometimes perspective is important, right? Because when it comes to making decisions, and for example, Solana USD is going up, but Solana BTC is going down, what's the point buying Solana USD, right? I don't know. So now we have been in a phase now for the last few months in which Solana has been outperforming Bitcoin and Ethereum, and we're tracking that with the charts actively. So Solana is therefore very, very interesting, and it remains interesting. And we're still pushing higher here, and we are pushing currently into this blue target zone that I explained yesterday. Those were the targets we've been watching over the recent days and weeks, especially here on the very local level. The $230 level is nearly reached. That's a key target I explained in the last video. Why? Because based on the microstructure, from this swing low here, from the 6th of September low, we are tracking an ABC structure in wave 3. The A wave topped, the B wave bottomed, and based on that, we could identify yesterday together a first ideal target for the C wave, and that's $230. The market moved to this area already, and so we are basically 99% there, or maybe not 99%, but nearly there, 90%, 95%. And the price, important is that we broke above the yellow trend line of this wedge pattern. Still dangerous in my opinion, because often you get fake outs. You often get fake outs in these wedge patterns, but the momentum is still up. And as I explained over the last few days, I have no reason to believe we're breaking down. The narrative is usually, when you're dealing with these wedge patterns, that the break to the downside is unfolding or will unfold. But I need to see, and that's what Elliott wave helps us with, I need to see a micro 5 wave move down to even consider that a top is in. We haven't seen that. So I remain focused on the upside on the Solana chart. I can tell you what shouldn't happen now is a break below the red line at $211.50. That shouldn't happen here. If that happens, then this pullback would be maybe a little bit too deep to be part of a still unfolding third wave where they need to adjust microstructures. But again, you would always find out here on this channel or in our membership what the objectives are, what the targets are, the next support levels and everything. Now expect some volatility. I just see that now. Expect some volatility today because of CPI. I warned you guys all in the Bitcoin video earlier today. So expect some volatility. You shouldn't take micro movements too seriously when CPI is coming out on a day like that. Okay, that can, we can get a wake and then suddenly upside and, whatever. So don't take that too seriously. I'm here to tell you that basically we've reached or nearly reached the target in this third wave. We could start a fourth wave pullback next. We might even shift everything to the right a little bit. Yeah, that would be the internal wave 4 pullback of circle wave 3, not circle wave 3, of wave 3 to the upside. And I will give you a support zone for that as well. Just need to make sure we're shifting everything a little bit here to the right so that we have enough room for those labels. Now, it's important to understand what is that, what is that fourth wave? That fourth wave is a corrective pullback. That is a corrective pullback that should be the same wave degree as this wave 2 that unfolded between Wednesday the 3rd and Saturday the 6th of September. So it means it is the same or similar wave degree, okay, and we can therefore define the support area already for this fourth wave. How do we do that? We take the length of the third, and this would be the support zone right now, nearest support zone. The last few support zones all held. I removed them from the chart because we don't need them anymore. This would be the next one. Doesn't mean it has to be tested. I mean, not yet at least. Maybe we could stretch a little higher in this C wave of the third right before this fourth wave starts. So that's the update on Solana. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, I invite you to join us on X. Make sure you check out the links in the description and comment section. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.